Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream.
Hello, people. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at 11 strange things Indian billionaires bought once.
Just once.
From Brightside, the YouTube channel. Thank you, Brightside, for allowing us to react to this. You guys make very, very interesting videos and really appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell icon, all notifications, and also give this video an upvote and give Brightside a subscribe. They're at 41 million subscribers. You can help them get to 42 million.
Wow.
There's a link in the description. If you just scroll down, you can click on that and give the original an upvote as well. Before we start, I just want to acknowledge that this has 76,000 upvotes and 4.4 thousand downvotes. So that is not an insignificant number. It's not the majority, but it is worth noting that there are 4.4 thousand downvotes. Who knows why that is? But
accuracy, perhaps.
It might be accuracy. It could be anything. It could be the jokes.
You go chasing rabbits, be careful what you find. The truth you seek might just blow right out the back of your mind.
What?
Okay, I can see why there are some downvotes.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had tons of money? Get yourself a yacht with a mansion on it and literally sleep on a bed of cash? Hey, if you're an Indian billionaire, that's just one of many bizarre ways you can spend your fortune.
Why they got like a religious-looking guy on there?
Counting down from number 11, a gold shirt.
Is he suggesting that someone actually did that as an Indian billionaire? They made a bed full of money?
I don't know.
Okay. But what you were asking why there's a religious guy on there?
Yeah, I know. I just find that a little bit weird because to me, that guy sitting on the mountain of cash, he looks like some sort of guru or something. I'm like, why you do that?
I don't know why they did that, but I can imagine a reason why they did that, and I'm sure you guys understand what I'm driving at.
Data Pogay, an entrepreneur from Pune, India, must have really had a taste for gold. I mean, back in 2013, the man hired 15 craftsmen who worked almost non-stop for 16 days to make him a shirt that consisted entirely of gold.
Like
the
a
shiny shirt was made
chainmail
up of more
shirt?
than 14,000 pieces of 22-karat gold and, naturally, had some weight to it, around 7.3 pounds.
Wow.
Any guess as to how much a garment like this is worth?
A lot.
Oh, about $240,000 at the time.
Wow.
That's actually a lot less than I was expecting it to be.
Like in terms of weight or in terms of
cost?
Cost.
I was expecting that to cost even more than that. That was underselling it to me. I thought it was going to say like $1 million or something absurd, like the McLaren F1. I thought it was going to be that expensive.
Wow.
But $240,000, that seems rather reasonable to be quite honest.
You would need a lot of security if you were wearing that shirt out and about.
That's just how much you got it. That's how gangsta you are. You could be just walking around with $250,000 on your body like that. That's just his shirt, though. I mean,
like
not to mention his watch,
his
or his shoes. Like you see exactly, like we're thinking the exact same thing. Like everything else he's wearing is probably that much money anyhow. It's just like, what's
That's
a gold
true.
shirt to him? I mean, that's one of those things where I look at that and I go, oh, God, if I was that rich, I don't even know if I would do that. Like, that just seems so absurd to me. I mean, I guess he's employing people, and that's cool. But I'd rather have that. I don't know. Maybe this is me just speaking out of my ass, but I feel like that money could just be used to help out your society.
Sure, yeah. If you could spend $240,000 on a shirt, then you could give that money.
Help get more toilets out there. You know?
Or
I
like,
don't know.
well, I guess like create more jobs for people.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah.
Help people take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Pugay later admitted that he loved gold since childhood and always wore a lot of jewelry made of this precious metal.
Oh.
Yeah, but this gives a whole new meaning to the phrase wearing gold.
That's true.
What's the phrase? Wearing gold? That's a phrase?
Well, that's a sentence. Wearing gold.
But like, what's that generally used? Is that for an exaggerate? Is that an idiom?
No.
It's just
not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
It's just wearing gold.
Okay,
like
gotcha.
usually you would wear it as a necklace or like earrings, necklace,
Okay,
bracelet, rings.
Oh, usually, but it's more of a accent, not like an entire decor.
Yes, that's
okay,
what he's talking about. Yeah.
Number 10, a bulletproof car.
I mean, that's
I'm into that.
reasonable.
With a net worth of $54.2 billion,
Whoa.
oil and gas tycoon Mukesh Ambani is India's richest man. Oh, and you'll see his name again today, trust me. But first of all, let's talk about his car, a super sleek Mercedes-Benz.
Oh,
Who's the guy
he's
they
got
were
the
showing?
Mercedes-Benz model.
Who's the guy they were showing?
I don't know. I don't know if he's related to Ambani or because I'm pretty sure.
I was wondering if that was like a young photo of him or something like that, but it was.
Maybe it's his son. I don't know.
With its elongated shape, you might mistake it for a limo. But it's not the appearance and that luxury logo on it that makes this car interesting. First of all, Ambani's car is heavily armored. Not only is it bulletproof, this vehicle can even shield bomb explosions. As you may guess,
It's like the Prime Minister's
Yeah,
car.
that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
got a hefty price tag, $1.6 million for this bad boy.
Worth it.
Oh, by the way, for safety reasons, the car has a top speed limit of 100 miles an hour.
Why?
But who needs a speed away from danger when your car is pretty much indestructible, you know?
Why is it?
Number
Why is it that
9,
it can't go that fast?
Ferrari drive.
Ooh.
Going for a drive in a Ferrari doesn't seem too absurd until you find out that this was one super rich Indian father's idea of a birthday present for his 9-year-old son.
Oh God.
The man let his kid drive his Ferrari F430 around their neighborhood as fast as he wanted. Naturally,
kid drove
the man
it?
got in some legal trouble for his ill-advised birthday surprise.
Wow.
But interestingly enough, the boy's mom was proud of her little guy. She said that not everyone can say they were behind the wheel of a Ferrari at such a young age.
That's one of those things that I'll just never understand, like a geisha. In Japan, at one point, when geishas were more common, it was like your wife would be proud if you slept with a geisha. She was proud, like that's a family honor that you got to sleep with a geisha.
Because not everyone gets to sleep with a geisha. She's not just like your run-of-the-mill prostitute.
I guess, but like still, it's like that's just odd to me. It's odd to my sensibilities. I don't understand that, right? And this is equally odd. Like I would be afraid of my child driving even a Prius. Like,
Yeah, 9 years old. I don't think I got behind the wheel of a car until I was about 15 or
no, I
16.
got behind the wheel of a car when I was 12, and it was like I was going really slow. Ain't no Ferrari.
Yeah.
I was driving like what was basically akin to a buggy.
Well, I think most people can't say they were ever behind the wheel of a Ferrari, period. Number 8, a diamond-studded handbag.
Wow.
You've already heard about Mukesh Ambani and his bulletproof, bomb-proof Mercedes. But I think his wife deserves a spot on today's list for her love of lavish things.
What did she get?
Handbags covered in diamonds.
Is there a
She has
reason why they
super
can't use
exclusive
like the
bag
actual
that's
people's
decorated
faces?
With 334 diamonds and 18-karat white gold. Chanel made just 13
Oh,
of
I
these
was
bags,
wondering
and
which
Nita
fashion
Ambani
house.
is the owner of one of them.
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I thought
And the
he's
bag
going to say
costs
all of
about
them.
$261,000.
That's it.
Just let that sink in.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. But I just thought that with the diamonds, it would cost more than that.
Priceless water. You've likely heard that cricket is super popular in India.
Is
and
it?
Cricket players are some of the best paid athletes.
Yes.
One of the most famous among them is Veerendra Chowdary,
Oh.
a man who's known for his fitness routine.
What?
Believe it or
showing
not, the athlete drinks only Evian water that's imported from France. The price of just one 33-ounce bottle can range from $9 to $30. And since Koay is very particular about the volume of water he drinks every day, I'll let you crunch the numbers to figure out how much money he spends just to stay hydrated.
You're not
How
going to
much?
say?
6. A bed of cash.
Come on now.
Okay, so while all the other things are like splurges and whatnot, right? Like the $261,000 purse or the $250,000 gold shirt and all that
Yeah.
stuff. The car is sensible to me. Like, you're the richest guy in India. Like, you should have a bulletproof car.
Yeah.
I don't think that's splurging. I think that's just sensible. The water thing to me is also sensible. It's like, I don't care what your idiosyncrasies are. You're running a team, and it's like watched by the entirety of your country. You're gonna be a little kooky and like have some weird demands. And if your demand is Evian water from France because that makes you feel like a better player and your head's straight, fuck it. That's what you get. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
he deserves to have whatever he needs in order to feel right, so his head is in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it must be way more expensive in India just because of importing and stuff, but I mean, Evian is still expensive to buy here in the States, but it doesn't cost that much.
It's just interesting to me that that's considered a luxury water because I never looked at that as like a high-end water like Fiji.
It's
you know?
the same. I mean, the thing is, I know that growing up in Thailand, I remember when I used to be modeling all that a long time ago, there was this water spritz that the makeup artists used to use on our face, and it was just Evian in a canister, and it was aerosoled or
Okay.
whatever. So you got it sprayed on your face to set your makeup and like moisturize your skin and all that. That stuff was really expensive.
Wow.
And Evian is, you know, one of the premium water brands
Okay.
in the
I
world.
believe you. I'm just saying I never looked at it like that growing up.
A rich man from Tripura
Oh, you were
had
right.
a very unusual childhood dream, and he finally fulfilled it one day. Samar Achara withdrew $29,000 worth of rupees, that's the currency of India, and made a bed from the bundles of cash. I guess he can cross.
I'm glad it was just $29,000 though, and not something absurd like $1 million.
Number 5, a private Boeing.
Okay.
And back to Mukesh
I knew it.
Ambani
I
and
knew
his
it.
peculiar talent
But still,
for
this makes
spending
sense. This
loads
seems
of money.
practical to me.
This guy seriously deserves a video of his own. But for now, let's talk about his private jet. Before purchasing this personal airplane, India's richest man bought his wife a $60 million Airbus for her birthday.
That doesn't make
Only
sense to
after
me.
that, Ambani got himself a $73 million Boeing.
Huh.
It's one of the most
I mean, it only
expensive
makes sense
and
if you have a huge team of
luxurious
people with you,
private
you
jets
know?
in the world. And if you ever get a chance to step inside one of these models, you might think you've just walked into a fancy hotel
wow.
room. It
Wow.
has private suites, an executive lounge, a boardroom, and seats that can fit 78 passengers. This
Only?
plane sounds like a dream.
You know, the funniest thing about these kinds of planes is like for Ambani, he takes it for granted. He's not walking in going, oh my God, it's so nice to be rich. He's just living his life.
That's his lifestyle, yeah.
It's like for us looking at that, it's like, oh my God, well, how nice would it be? But it's like when you get to that level, you're not thinking how nice it is. For you, it's just a standard of living.
I just think of the environmental ramifications, right? Because it takes a lot of fuel to run a plane. If you're only taking like 1 or 2 passengers or like 78 passengers
Well,
max.
that's why he's got a smaller jet. I think that this is for when he's bringing his whole team of people wherever he's going. Then it makes more sense. I get what you're saying. And
Yeah.
Totally. Like, let's do whatever we can to mitigate our footprint, our carbon footprint
Right.
on the environment. I think he's got a huge team of people that that are
Well,
like his
probably,
entourage, and
yeah,
so
his entourage.
he needs that, and it's just more efficient.
But there's more to come from the Ambani family. Just you wait. Number 4, an unforgettable wedding. Back in 2013, the famous Spanish city of Barcelona came to a near standstill when Pramod Mittal, the younger brother of the Indian steel tycoon Lakshmi Mittal, celebrated his daughter's wedding. The 26-year-old bride, Shrishti, was marrying investment banker Gulraj Bell. The wedding cost the happy father as much as $73 million.
Holy
you think a wedding with a
smokes.
price like that would look like a real-life fairy tale? Well, yeah, it does actually. First of all, the couple got married in one of the most famous museums in Spain, the National Museum of Catalan Art.
Wow.
More than 500 guests arrived from India and Thailand. Besides, during
India
the
and
3-day
Thailand?
extravaganza, a helicopter hovered over the city to take pictures of the event. Roads were also closed in the area. Dom Perignon champagne was flowing, the wedding cake
would you
weighed
put ice in it?
132 pounds, and Michelin star chefs were responsible for preparing the meals.
Oh my God.
That's the only part that really matters.
The food.
The food.
The 3 most important things of a wedding, in my opinion, the DJ, the food, and the photographer.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hire like a wildlife nature photographer.
To shoot from far, far away.
Yeah, you've heard me talk about that, right?
Have I?
I just remember being at my uncle's wedding, him and his wife at the time having to stop in the middle of their first dance as a husband and wife so that the photographer could take a photo. I'm like, what? I'm not hiring that dude. That guy sucks. I want someone who I don't even notice. I want people hiding behind stuff and like they're taking all kinds of wonderful ass photos and you never even knew they were there.
Yeah.
That's who I'm hiring.
Yeah, I want that guy, and then I want maybe like Annie Leibovitz for you know, for the ones that we stage. Like we stage them.
No.
And like I'm wearing a beautiful
No.
outfit.
No. I'm sorry, no.
I don't know why I'm talking about this wedding like I'm getting married to you.
No. I'm sorry, no. No, we're not doing that.
Hell yeah.
We're not doing that.
Annie Leibovitz,
I'm
come
telling
on.
you now, we're not doing that. If you and I ever got married, I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because I'm hiring wildlife photographers.
That's for the party. Then you got the one before that where you get the family together.
Those
and
photos
like,
aren't special though.
They are special. They look amazing.
The ones that are staged are not special. They're staged.
That's the one that you put on the wall.
No. You get the wildlife dude who gets all the most amazing photos. Like, when did he even do that?
You get the one where the bride's doing this.
No, that's not a good photographer.
Oh boy. Number 3, a chopper as a wedding gift.
What? Oh, a helicopter.
Yeah.
Another breathtaking Indian wedding took place in 2011.
Like, my brain was like,
when
chopper?
Congress
What are you
leader
talking about?
Kanwal Singh Tanwar's son married Sukhbir Singh Janapuria's daughter. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Apparently, the whole event cost about $36 million. making it one of the most expensive weddings ever.
Just 36
More than
million, no problem.
30,000 guests arrived.
Holy
12
smokes.
giant TV screens broadcast the wedding live, and it had taken 40 days and 1,000 workers to get everything set up before the big
Wow.
day.
This is flexing. 30,000 guests. You're flexing. You don't know that many people. It's flexing.
This person does.
No, he's flexing.
No, but that's an Asian wedding. That's the
it's flexing.
style.
Okay.
It is flexing, but
Yeah.
like you have to invite everyone, like everyone.
Famous Bollywood stars like these guys
Yeah, see?
served as the entertainment.
Oh,
Wedding gifts, you ask? Well, I guess it's enough to say that the groom's favorite gift was a new helicopter.
I mean, okay.
Number 2, a floating palace.
What?
So now you know about Mukesh Ambani's car, personal jets, and his wife's shiny bag.
Yeah.
Well, what's left? Ah, yes, his yacht. This floating palace is equipped with anything you can imagine. Let's see. There's an elevator which leads directly to the owner's suites, as well as a piano bar, a lounge, a
What?
reading room, and a dining area.
How big is this
On top of all
thing?
that, this 190-foot long and 125-foot wide beauty has a retracting solar glass roof. Rumor has it that the yacht's price could be in the $100 million ballpark or even more.
I mean, you got to entertain your guests, I guess, when you're at that level. It's sort of expected.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess there's some guest entertainment, but also just for yourself.
I don't think that's just for him. I mean, maybe it is.
That's a nice holiday.
Maybe it is. But I think that oftentimes when you get these things, like I said earlier, everything's standard for him, right? This is a business dude. He's thinking business-wise. And so it's an expense. And number 2, he has to entertain people and like wheel and deal. Surely he's taking people onto that boat and going, oh, you should just come on my boat. Yeah, let's just hang out.
on my private plane, and
Yeah.
we'll fly to my private yacht,
Yeah.
and then we'll have like a little vacation.
Like how he's just ensuring that he's able to make even more deals, I guess. I don't know. I don't even
know. Or just enjoy. I mean, I guess if you have that much money, it makes sense to want to be able to enjoy your riches, right?
I think that when you're at that level, your idea of enjoyment is a fucking float tank. Just like leave me alone. Like, you know, if you guys don't know what a float tank is, basically it's a sensory deprivation tank. You're being suspended by salt water, like a lot of salt water, and it's isolation from sound outside, and it's completely dark. If I was a billionaire, that's what I'd be doing like every day. It's like leave me alone. I'm by myself meditating. In the float tank. You know,
I get it.
And number 1, a private skyscraper.
I'm Bonnie again.
And finally, the number 1 spot on today's list of big spenders in India goes to, any guesses? Yep, it's Mukesh Ambani again. Only this time, you'll get to know his private skyscraper in Mumbai.
Yes.
No, it's not for some company he owns. It's literally a 27-story private residence. It even has a name, Bob. Now, it's Antilla, and the whole Ambani family lives there. The estimated cost of this high-rise home is about $1 billion. After Buckingham Palace, this 550-foot tall Antilla is the most expensive residential property on this planet. He must be so proud. You might be wondering why a 27-story building is being called a skyscraper. After all, it's not that high when you compare it to other skyscrapers. But the thing is that all the floors in the building have super high ceilings. That's why other constructions of the same height have around 60 floors.
Oh.
By the way, every single floor of the building is different from the others. Antilla houses a multi-story garage where you can park 168 cars. And with Ambani's vast car collection, that comes as no surprise.
That makes sense.
In fact, 6 of the 27 floors accommodate just the Ambani's family vehicles.
Wow.
There are 9 high-speed elevators and 3 helipads on the skyscraper. This mind-blowingly expensive resident...
I could just imagine when the elevator was done with construction. Make it faster.
Yeah.
I need to get it to the top faster.
Yeah, can you imagine if it took you like 5 minutes to just like switch floors? Hell no.
No, I get that. You know, one of the thoughts that I had, again, I don't know why I'm trying to defend Ambani, but like one of the thoughts that I had is a lot of wealth is perception of wealth. Like the outfit you're wearing or the watch you have or the building that you have that you live in. It's like, it's a perception more than anything.
Right.
Again, all of this circles back to your ability to wheel and deal and you make yourself even more wealthy. Because if you show up in a like Toyota Camry or you show up in a Lamborghini, that has an impact on whether or not you can make a deal with somebody.
Oh yeah, it's like when you park your Lamborghini at the front of an LA nightclub
Yeah.
then you'll see how many girls want to talk to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Residential property also has a home theater for 50 people, a beauty salon, a health spa, a ballroom, several swimming pools, a yoga room, and a snow room. Yeah, you
The
heard me
snow
right.
room's
it's
cool.
a room where you can find artificial snow at any time of the day or night, whether there's someone in there at the moment or not. And finally, it said that more than 600 staff members live in Antilla at all times to maintain the huge building and its facilities.
I've said it before, but he's keeping these people employed. They have a job, a full-time job. I'm sure they're happy.
I hope he pays them well and takes care of them really
hopefully.
well. Yeah.
Hopefully. And the other thing is, while this is all like, oh my God, how can he splurge on himself? If that's what someone's thinking, I'm thinking like he has to do that because he can't leave his home like without getting noticed. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I mean, if you're that mega rich, then yeah, I mean, I imagine that anywhere he goes, there's paparazzi and people want to know what he's doing and all that. And so, yeah, it makes sense. You just have to entertain yourself and buy all the entertainment and just put it in your house.
Yeah.
Or like have your own private plane or your own private yacht.
Right.
And that's what you do.
I gotta check out Mukesh Ambani's like young photo. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it doesn't even look like him.
I don't know why they went with that photo of that guy. It's a stock photo. Maybe there's something where they're not allowed to use Mukesh Ambani's photo, and that's why they did that.
Maybe just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, it just makes more sense. Like, why take a risk of getting your video, getting your video in trouble? Like we're taking a risk right now.
Stop showing Mukesh Ambani's pictures, okay?
It just seems odd. It seems odd that you wouldn't just use his actual photo. Again, the downvotes aren't like strong. It's not the majority, but it's not insignificant.
Well, it could just be the tone of it because it's kind of jokey and all,
Yeah,
and
but you kind of need that for
you do.
a listicle video.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think also maybe just the fact that the pictures weren't really accurate. It was like, it's just enough to give you an idea, right? Like I'm sure none of those pictures or very few of them were of the actual things. It's not like we got to see pictures from the actual weddings,
Right.
Or like the actual jets. Like I'm sure that the jet that we saw, it was more of like a brochure of what you could get for that equivalent jet. But I'm almost certain that that is not actually Ambani's jet.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, who knows?
I mean, it might be, but I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
I don't know. But, goddamn, must be nice.
Yeah,
but
I
again,
know, right?
as I've said, like I think that again, like when you reach a new standard, you forget that you just take it for granted at a certain point. Like you don't even think about it anymore. Like I'm sure that if he saw, like for me, I go to Costco and I see that they got an 80-inch 4K OLED TV. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could get that someday. I don't have room in my home. Maybe someday I can get to into a bigger place and I could. Him is like, I'll take that. It's like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the lifestyle of rich people. It's like you don't even have to think about money.
No, but likewise, if I'm at a restaurant and it's like my mom's birthday and the bill's $200 or something, I'm like, okay, I'll take care of it, and I don't think about it. I know I'll be all right. Whereas when I was 17, my heart
it was a lot of money.
like my heart would go into my throat. I'd just be like, oh God, am I going to be able to take care of this? How am I going to make rent? I would get scared and freak out. But you reach a new standard of living and you don't think about these things quite as much as you used to do. And so I'm sure Ambani is the same thing, like the yacht, the home, the car, all that stuff is just standard living. He doesn't even consider the fact that it's amazing. I don't think he could ever appreciate it even as much as we do watching this video. I'm sure our level of appreciation watching these stock photos, hearing all this data thrown at us, we appreciate it way more than he ever does or ever will, because he just takes it for granted.
Now I'm curious because, as someone who is interested in fashion and all that, like I want to see if that bag with the diamonds was actually the real bag or if it was just like a weird stock
I don't think it's big
photo.
enough for all your stuff. The bed of cash thing, that to me is just gross. Not because of the idea of having a bed of cash, because I get it. I've watched Breaking Bad. I understand. But it's money. Money's dirty. It's like,
Just put a cloth on top of it.
then why even have it?
Because you know that you're sleeping on cash. I don't even imagine that it's very comfortable, but it's just the idea. It's like saying, I have so much power. Like money is so
Yeah, I get it.
meaningless to me that I could sleep on $26,000.
I would only do that if that would be like a room dedicated to that, and that would be called the hoe room.
Please explain.
I'm not going to explain that. If you don't get it, then forget it.
I want you to explain to the people.
You mentioned the Lamborghini pulling up in front of a club and like getting attention. It's like, okay, when you're done there, you bring him to the hoe room.
You may take a wad. Help yourself.
No, it's
No?
just the idea of being able to. I don't want to say this 'cause I don't know if my sister's editing this video.
I get it. It's flexing. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
but it's like to be able to take some broad home to a bed of cash. Are you following?
I
okay,
get it.
Thank
I
you.
get it.
I don't
I'm
want
just trying to make you uncomfortable. Okay.
Well, let's not make my sister uncomfortable. So, anyways, thank you, Brightside, for making this video. It was insightful. The animation was interesting.
Yeah.
And so, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up if you can. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara KIRK.
Peace out.